Welcome to another Fingernail Fixer video. I'm so excited that you took your time to hang out with me today. Let's take a look at the Famous Names Relief Pedicure. This is a cosmetic pedicure, and I want to take you through the entire process. It begins with the foot soak, and you put a teaspoon of the DRENCH, and I'm going by the platinum protocol. There's a gold protocol and a platinum protocol. You can find both at famousnamesproducts.com, right on the Releaf product page. You can print the protocols right out, or if you order the kit, they come in the kit for you. There is also a second product that you can use as a foot soak. If you're doing the gold protocol by itself, you would use just the soak by itself, which is the SOAK-A-LYPTUS. Or if you're doing the platinum protocol, you would do the SOAK-A-LYPTUS and the DRENCH together. The cool thing about these products, you put them in before you start the bath, and they are actually deodorizing and hydrating the feet. And what's crazy is you'll see that my model in this video after the foot soak, when I start drying her feet off, you'll actually see some dead skin already coming off of her feet because they were being already hydrated from the SOAK-A-LYPTUS and the DRENCH. And the cool thing about the DRENCH is it has the AU, which is the allantoin and the urea. And those ingredients are actually moisture magnets. They're a great treatment for the cracked heels. They're encouraging that cell regeneration and skin repair. And it's giving some anti-inflammatory properties. So if you have clients that experience, some swelling and discomfort from being on their feet all day, this is really a nice, comfy foot soak. And for a normal client, we would want to do 3 to 5 minutes. For a diabetic client, we would want to go more with the 2 to 3 minute soak. After we have soaked them, we want to make the drying an experience. We don't want to dry them off really quick and hard and fast because they can do that after a shower, right? So really make drying the feet off an experience. Almost massage them dry gently and comfortably, and make sure that you're really making that drying off an experience. The next part, if you're going through the platinum process, and here's that instruction card that comes in the kit. It's even already laminated for you. The next step of that platinum process is the Cbd Elixir. And this is something that we'll use a couple of times when we're doing the platinum protocol. It is a great moisturizing treatment. It's packed with CBD, so it's going to give them some muscle and joint relief. It's nice for some inflammation. It's also an antibacterial and antioxidant, as well as being good for the skin. We're just going to massage it in a little bit to the legs and the feet. It feels just wonderful. And so if they've got those tired feet and legs, or they've got those aching feet and legs, it's really a nice addition to that platinum pedicure that steps the pedicure up in price as well as in value. So when you're explaining the difference between your gold pedicure and your platinum pedicure, that is one of the differences, the DRENCH and the Cbd Elixir. After you've done the Cbd Elixir, we're going to come in with the CUTI-CAL. Your CUTI-CAL is what you're going to use for not only the cuticle work, and here we have already done gel polish on the toes, so we would have done all the cuticle work before the pedicure. If you're going to apply normal polish, you would apply the CUTI-CAL at this point to the tops of the toes. Or if you've already done gel polish on the toes, you would simply apply the CUTI-CAL to only the calloused areas. And you're gonna let that hang out on the feet for a couple of minutes. In this case, I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap the foot in a dry towel, and the towel is warm. So I've pulled it out of the towel warmer to let it hang out nice and warm in the towel while I go ahead and dry off the other foot. apply the CBD Elixir, and get some CUTI-CAL on the other foot to catch it up. And you're gonna notice that I just go ahead and speed up the video on the other foot because I felt like you didn't really need to watch the process in salon time on the second foot. You probably caught what was going on the first time around. So just to catch you up on some information about the CUTI-CAL, it's really cool because it's a callus smoother and cuticle remover at the same time. You save money because you're spraying it on, so you don't use a lot of excess product. Another cool thing about the CUTI-CAL is it contains the AU complex, just like the AU DRENCH. This means it has that allantoin and urea in it. So again, you're getting that moisture draw into the skin, which means that it's also softening and helping with those dry, cracked heels. Once you've got that CUTI-CAL sprayed on, we're gonna wrap up those feet and get them ready to go so that we can move on to the second foot. And the next step in the process is just getting a hold of the foot file and using it only on the calloused areas. And I went ahead and left things sped up for the foot filing because we're all pretty familiar with foot filing. And I thought it wouldn't take that long to talk about how to use the foot file and give you some information about the Famous Names foot file that comes in your pedicure kit. It is a custom design. It does have two different types of stainless steel plate on either side. You're going to notice that one is a little bit heavier grit than the other. And you'll just use your foot file on one foot and then the other. If you do have one that's a little heavier calloused and you find that you need a little more help with the callus reduction, go ahead and spray your CUTI-CAL on that foot again if you need it. Don't hesitate to use a little bit more CUTI-CAL so that you're not using a lot of elbow grease to work on that callus. And remember that the purpose is to smooth callus, not remove it. Once you have the callus smoothed, you are ready to transition into your next step. And what I like to do is get my hands a little bit wet, making sure that I'm basically rinsing off any dead skin that might be on my gloves from doing the foot filing before I grab the scrub, because I don't really want to scrub their feet and legs with dead skin on my hands. That would be kind of icky. So I rinse off my gloves and I'm gonna grab the Dadi Scrub Gold. The cool thing about the Dadi Scrub Gold is it doesn't take a lot of the product to do a great job. You'll see here that it's basically about a teaspoon per leg and foot, or a tablespoon per leg and foot, sorry about that. And this also contains the AU complex. Remember that the AU complex is allantoin and urea. You'll notice that that's a common theme throughout all of the products in the Releaf pedicure. And this is a cosmetic pedicure. That means it's designed to help the skin and the feet look amazing. It feels great. It helps your skin look and feel great. And urea is one of my favorite ingredients when it comes to foot products because I'm diabetic. And so I know the benefits of urea when it comes to keeping my dry, cracked heels at bay so that my diabetic feet look like healthy people feet. I love urea. This is a gentle exfoliant for the skin. It has those nice sugar, salt, and pumice little beads in it. And so you'll notice that it's not a super aggressive scrub. If you do have someone that has a softer, more fragile skin, such as some of your older clients, or maybe a sensitive skin client, or maybe someone that forgot they're not supposed to shave 24 hours before their pedicure, you could dip your hand in the water to help dissolve some of the scrub, and that will make it an even softer scrub than it already is to begin with. When you have gotten the scrub to the point that you want it. Usually 3 to 5 minutes per leg on the scrub is standard for a spa pedicure. You can go ahead and get your hands wet to really dissolve a lot of the scrub from the legs. And then personal preference, you can wrap the foot with a warm towel. I like to have a towel warmer for a wet warm towel if you're doing a wet pedicure, or if you're doing a dry pedicure, a warm wet towel is a great addition to help soften and remove the scrub, and just let it sit wrapped around the foot while you scrub the other foot and leg. It's completely personal preference. I like to use the water only for the soak and then rinsing off my hands so the client isn't going back and forth into that water constantly and swelling the feet and toenails. It basically was just to soak and clean the feet initially. It's not really to continue going back and forth. Pulling the warm wet towel out of the towel warmer, if you're doing that, you want to make sure that it is cooled off so that you are not going to burn your client with that towel, because sometimes they come out of the towel warmer pretty toasty. So make sure you kind of wave it around in the air a little bit, or test it on your wrist if you don't have really good feeling through your gloves. Test the warmth of the towel on your wrist before you touch it to the client. And go ahead and wipe any excess scrub off the calves before you wrap the warm wet towel around the feet, and let it start dissolving the scrub while it's wrapped around the feet. Then we will switch to the other foot. And just like I did before, while the first foot is hanging out, wrapped up all nice and toasty, I'm gonna speed up the video on the second foot so you don't have to sit and watch it in real-time speed, but you get the idea of what's going on so that you can see how the process works switching from one foot to the other. And I'll go ahead and give you a little bit more information on Dadi Scrub Gold. With the Dadi Scrub Gold, you can find that it has the same scent as your Dadi oil. So if you have clients that are already huge fans of the scent of Dadi oil, you'll find that they're going to love the Dadi Scrub Gold as well as the Dadi Lotion Gold, which is coming up in the pedicure. The Dadi Scrub Gold and the Dadi Lotion Gold both smell amazing, just like Dadi oil. And they both contain the Dadi oil. So you have all the benefits of the Dadi oil, and then you've added in the benefits of the AU complex, which is the allantoin and the urea. And the allantoin and the urea are really helping draw in moisture. And that is a really great benefit for dry feet. You'll find that it helps stave off dry, cracked heels. It helps draw in moisture for dry, cracked heels. And even if you just have callus, it helps really soften and moisturize that callus. So you're going to see a really big difference using this pedicure line, and you're going to want to make sure that you take before and after pictures so that your clients can really see the difference, because they generally can't see the bottom of their feet, and being able to show them those before and after pictures really gives them a great visual for what the pedicure has done for the bottom of their feet. And it will also give you something that you can use on your social media, and people really love to see that difference. And if you're noticing my ritual tray off to the side, there's also going to be a video coming up that shows you how quick and easy it can be to make a ritual tray. The ritual tray is a fun way to kind of jazz up your pedicure so that when you're charging what you're worth, as you should be, you really make the pedicure an experience and a presentation. You're not coming out there and just scooping things out of jars. If you want to have your products nearby on a presentation so that if you're retailing any of it, you can show them the products as it relates to the retail presentation, you definitely can do that. Having it on the ritual tray makes it really easy to grab and go with the products. It also makes a really lovely presentation for your client. It helps the aromatherapy so that they can smell that daddy oil in the air, and really gets the service just adding to the element of it being an experience versus just another pedicure that they could get anywhere and everywhere they go. And the flower that I've put on there is just a plain old basic flower that is really easy to maintain in the break room in the salon, or if you have a climate that is accommodating, a hanging basket out back. So just something to keep in mind. And it doesn't even have to be a real flower. If you can get some really nice looking plastic flowers, you can clean them in between clients and reuse them over and over. So just kind of think of little simple things like that that jazz up your pedicure and make it look like a fun presentation instead of just the standard old, here's my jars that I'm scooping out of. The jars get kind of grungy, and are they wondering if the scoop is clean? And is the scoop clean? Does everyone in the salon keep the scoop clean? And all of those fun things. So look for that video to be coming to you within the next couple of days, and check out how quick and easy it was to make a ritual tray presentation. Let's move back to the first foot and take a look at what the next step in this Platinum Relief pedicure is going to be. Because I hope you're loving this pedicure as much as I am. I know that everyone I've done it on is thrilled with the before and after difference, in addition to how amazing the products themselves feel. I feel like it's an unveiling every time I take her foot out of the towel. She is just like, what? We're gonna go ahead and drain the water because I just noticed that the camera wants to focus on the color of the water and not focus on the color of her legs. Sorry about that. And now she looks more human in coloring. And this is where we're going to drop on a little bit more of the CBD Elixir. Since I'm going to be coming in with massage again, I want to be sure that I have removed all the scrub. So this means just kind of carefully looking over the feet and gently wiping them off with that wet towel while you have it, to make sure that there isn't any more scrub left. And I will usually just kind of gently wipe over with my gloves to make sure I don't feel any little particles of scrub left behind. And before I drained the water, I dipped my hands in the water to make sure it was completely washed off my gloves. When you're using the CBD Elixir, it's just 1 or 2 drops, and it does have a dropper in the bottle when you get it. So you've already got the dropper ready to go. You're just putting 1 or 2 drops right on the feet and legs, and then grabbing your Dadi Lotion Gold. You can massage the CBD and the Dadi Lotion Gold in at the same time, or you can elongate the experience and massage in the CBD Elixir by itself, and then massage in the Dadi Lotion Gold. The massage itself is completely up to you. One thing you want to make sure you're doing, whether it's the scrub or the massage, is letting the client know that they should completely relax their leg. If you've ever had a pedicure that you were trying to hold your thigh in midair and left the pedicure with a cramp in your leg, you know what I'm talking about. So make sure that you are completely holding the weight of their leg and balancing it on the footrest. Otherwise, it's not going to be comfortable for the client. So completely hold it so that you're carrying the weight of the leg. I'm speeding up the massage so that you don't fall asleep watching the massage, because sometimes it's really easy to wish you were taking a nap while you're doing the massage because it's so relaxing. Vary your strokes and steps from long strokes to small strokes. Do you remember the fancy words for that? I want to see them in the comments. They rhyme with larage. Drop some comments on some of those fancy massage terms, or some of your favorite things to incorporate in the massage. This client likes a little bit of reflexology incorporated into the massage, and she had some sinus issues from allergies going on, so I did a little bit of pressure on the tips of her toes at one point. Also, some things you want to take into consideration. If you would like to do nails for a long-term career, you want to make sure that you're not using your thumbs exclusively to massage. Use a lot of knuckle motion, use your palms somewhat. So really study up on the correct way to use your hands so that you don't kill your hands and end up with carpal tunnel or encourage arthritis to start any earlier than necessary, and really elongate your nail career, because if you want to do it for a long time, you want to start off doing it correctly. So just look into massage techniques that you enjoy. Let's take a look at the Dadi Lotion Gold itself and give you a little bit of information about that. This has, what would you guess? Yes, the Dadi oil, absolutely. It also contains the AU complex. By now you're used to me telling you about that because I love the AU complex. It's got the allantoin and the urea. It has the ability to increase the moisture retention in your skin. It also has a really great fast penetration. So you're going to notice that the skin is really absorbing the Dadi Lotion Gold. It's not sitting on the skin and leaving it all greasy. It has a nice dry grip and glide. So by wearing your gloves, you're not giving your own hands the opportunity to absorb a lot of the lotion and slow down the massage process to the point that you need a lot of excess lotion, costing you extra money because you're using a lot of extra product. Since the nails are already polished with gel polish, I don't need to clean them off and do polishing at this stage. So I'm just putting on a pair of petty socks to keep her feet toasty warm and give me access to her toes so that I can apply the Dadi oil and let the Dadi oil sit and hang out on the toes while I massage the other foot. Dadi oil is a great way to finish all of our services, but especially the Releaf Pedicure. What are some things that you love about the Dadi oil? I would love to see them in the comments below. I would love to know what your clients think about the Dadi oil. Did any of you do the 30-day Dadi challenge that I had on the blog? Some of my clients did the 30-day Dadi challenge, and they were really impressed with the difference in their hands from day 1 to day 30. They noticed a reduction in hangnails. They noticed a difference in the skin around their nails, as well as a difference in their nails. So the 30-day Dadi challenge is really worth a try, not only for doing it yourself to show that you practice what you preach, also for your clients so that they can see those side-by-side photos of what happens when they're diligent with their oil use. I'll put a link to that vlog if you missed it so you can see what the Dadi challenge is and issue it to your clients. So check out the caption for the link to that blog. Once you have massaged the Dadi oil into the toes, if you've already done gel polish, or if you're going to apply nail polish, you've scrubbed them off with Sanitize so that they're ready to go, move to the next foot and we're ready to massage with Dadi Lotion Gold, not scrub. And I went ahead and sped up the massage again, so you're not taking a nap on me. And the Dadi Lotion Gold is a good retail item. You also can retail the Dadi Scrub Gold. If your clients are happy with Dadi Lotion and Dadi Scrub, then let them stick with the Dadi Lotion and Dadi Scrub. If you have someone that is excessively drier on their feet, then bump them up to the Dadi Scrub Gold and the Dadi Lotion Gold. Then if you have someone that has more aches and pains in their legs and feet, the CBD Dadi lotion is going to be a great option for them. So kind of think about what retail options you would suggest while you are doing the pedicure. The massage isn't really a great time to talk about home care because hopefully they are kicked back, relaxing, and in the zone while you're doing the massage. The scrub is a great time to talk about home care. When you're doing the foot filing is a great time to talk about home care. So kind of think about the things that you would want to talk to them about when you're doing the home care and utilize those two opportunities for discussing what you would recommend to them, and know what products would be ideal for them by taking a look at their feet before the pedicure and discussing some of their activities. Knowing what their activities are, looking at the callus placement, and thinking about what type of home care they're willing to do, if they will be honest with you, is a really great way to determine which products are going to be ideal for them. I was always really good about telling my esthetician during my facials, yeah, I'm pretty lazy. I'm probably only going to use 2 things. So pick the 2 things that are the most important for me to use, and that's what I'm going to do. So make sure that you tell your client, be honest with me so that I can give you the thing that will be the best option for you when it comes to home care. And you'll find that you will both be much, much happier if everyone is in the circle of truth. So we're gonna slide the petty sock on. I like for everyone to leave in the petty socks so they're not slipping and sliding around in their shoes from the lotion. Although you'll notice that the Dadi Lotion Gold really absorbs in, so you're not having the slipping and sliding as much because it does absorb in nice and quickly, which is a huge benefit of the Dadi Lotion Gold. So you may not even need to worry about that. You also can gently wipe the bottom of the feet off with a towel if that's your preference. Finishing this off with some Dadi oil on the toes, because that is the finish to complete things and make them all lovely. And I want them to be all nice and hydrated and moisturized for the after picture, because we got to put that on social media, right? And then really quick before we let her walk out the door, I need to spray her with Finish. Finish also has the AU complex. It is cooling and moisturizing. It is refreshing, and it's a protectant from irritants and inflammation. It's just a neat way to finish the service that really makes the skin feel amazing. It's something that you can retail because it cools and refreshes the skin. So if they're out walking around, they have a really long, brutal, hot day, they can spray down their feet and legs with some Finish, and it refreshes those feet and legs. I hope you have enjoyed this overview and tutorial of the famous Releaf pedicure. Thanks for hanging out. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next video.